President disrupting the Republic, in my opinion. Joining us from Austin, Texas, Marjorie Clifton, a Democrat. So, do you acknowledge the hatred in your party against President Trump?
Well, I don't even know that it's party specific, and I think there are a lot of people that have strong emotions related to him because he's done a lot of things that evoke emotional responses, like you talked about with the wall, comments he's made about women. Those have hit chords that go beyond just politics. But when it comes to things like the hearing that we're talking about, I actually think that's separate. And what is, like you talked about, the base being fired up, that's going to energize politicians who have to go back and run their elections after they place their vote. So
look,
does that influence? Yeah, it influences.
There may be some of that, but believe me, we did a survey. People don't follow the Supreme Court like that. They don't know who Neil Gorsuch is. They don't watch the hearings. We're talking about the general folks here, not people who watch the O'Reilly Factor. This is a good man, Gorsuch. You would see that, right? Honorable man?
He seems such. I mean, and I agree that this may not be the food fight that it would be worth in a different climate.
Okay, so he's a good man, and his record on the bench is stellar. It's a stellar record. And then when he was appointed to the lower court, all the Democrats went along with it. Okay? So now they don't. And it's not because of Gorsuch, it's because of Trump. They don't want to give Trump the big win. And it will be a big win for Trump on Friday. You know it will be. But here's what I don't understand, and maybe you can explain this to me. They know Gorsuch is going to get confirmed, one way or the other. So now they're just being obstructionists. They're just being, you know, I don't care if he's qualified. I don't care if he's got a good record. I'm not going to vote for him, period. Don't you think that's going to tee off independent Americans?
Well, I think independent Americans have already been spurred, but I think this goes beyond just feelings about the president. It's about fairness, and how the president has been operating has felt wholly unfair to people who are part of the political process.
But that doesn't have anything to do with Gorsuch. So you're making my point. You're saying they want to punish Trump because they don't think he's fair. So we'll punish him no matter what he does.
No, I'm making the same point Charles made, which it is politics, and that they've got to go back and see to their base in their districts who are fired up because of the policies of this what seemingly Republican administration.
About the Supreme Court. That's not a major issue. It's going to get Claire McCaskill defeated, but it's not a major issue.
But they do care about when, for example, him trying to undermine the entire judicial system, saying so-called judges. And I think the need for fairness.
That's just an offhand comment.
People.
It's an offhand comment.
The number of the pettiness that we have seen from Trump, his taking to Twitter, the things that seem unfair, and the fact that
because you consider him petty, and some liberals, so that we're going to we're going to oppose anything that he does. That's exactly my point. You're making my point for me.
No, but another point I'd also make is I don't think that Democrats and Republicans alike feel that Gorsuch's, the way he rules on different subject matter is exactly super fair. So that is, I mean, I don't think that's a universal truth. But even more not fair was the fact that when the Democrats put Judge Garland up in a completely fair, they refused. No, it's not, because they refused to give him a trial at all.
It doesn't matter what happened with Garland if you have a good guy now that could help the country. Last word.
Mm-hmm. But it does. I think it is about fairness.
So payback's good for the Republic? Come on.
No, it is about who's going to be a unifier, and Trump has not been a unifier. And I think finding ways to bring people together, to feel like we are part of a process everyone honors, is a key impartial thing. And I'm with Charles, even on the nationals, all the way around.
You made my point for me. They don't like him, so anything he does, they're not going to cooperate.
No.